She offers a unique path and fast-track approach to personal transformation, optimum healing, and wellness through breathwork. She will help ignite the spark in you that will empower you to unleash your full potential and achieve your personal goals. Terri is a living example of West meets East as she brings over 20 years of holistic work together with 4 decades as a registered pharmacist. Individual breath and coaching sessions are available by appointment remotely or in person. Group sessions, workshops, and retreats are ongoing. So please help me welcome Terri Peterson.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me today and inviting me back. It's such a beautiful day. To come inside and spend your morning with me is a real treat. I really appreciate you being here. And today we're going to talk about what the theme is for the month here, cultivating creativity. And I woke up this morning and I was in my creative mode and I rewrote my whole thing. So I might have to read a little bit of it, so please forgive me if I read it. But I wanted to make sure I don't miss anything. So as humans, we are made in the image of God. We are divine creator beings. We're a chip off the old block, so to speak. We were born to create. So some people think to be creative means you have to be artistic or musical or create a beautiful, delicious gourmet meal. But we create in every second of every day. Whether we realize it or not, we are consciously creating our reality. You get up off the couch to get a drink of water, you pick up your cup of coffee, you go for a walk with a friend, you come here. You do this consciously and you bring it here, you create it. As humans, being creative is our birthright. We are a spark of divine creator source who chose to experience what it's like to be a soul in form. And if you could give God a job description, what would it be? What's God's job? To create, right? If we deny our creative abilities, then we deny our divine connection. And once we understand this, then the real question becomes, how can we become more aware and create consciously? When I was 22, just before my last year of pharmacy school, I won a house for $1. I was married, living in an apartment at the time, and really wanted to buy a house. But we as poor college students, it was kind of out of the question. But it didn't stop me from trying to figure out a way to make it happen. And then I heard about the city of St. Paul giving away rundown houses for $1. And I talked my husband into applying to be in the lottery program. And if chosen, we would get a low-interest loan to help us fix it up, and we'd have to live there. Although it was a long shot, I hoped we would win. So after high school, I had started exploring the art of positive thinking. And it was developed by Norman Vincent Peale in the 50s, and maybe long before that. But on the days leading up to the drawing, some of the techniques sort of came back to me. And I remember going around and I literally was telling my friends, I'm gonna win a house for $1 today. And my friends thought I was a bit crazy, and in some ways I felt a little silly to be touting this to my friends, but I figured it was worth a shot. My husband and I even went to City Hall for the drawing. Who does that? So I remember it clearly because it was May 13th. It was a Friday, the 13th, 1977. And I was born on the 13th, so it was my lucky day. It had always been lucky for me. And I just knew we were gonna win. We waited in the mayor's office along with a few others. Eventually they got things rolling and they pulled our names out of the hat. I was elated. We actually won the house that we had wanted, and only for $1. As I look back now, 45 years later, I smile. I had successfully used my creator abilities without knowing it, and I manifested my first house. So it all starts with intention. What do you want? The universe is here to help us and wants nothing more than to bring us our desires. So the first step to ask yourself is, what do you really want in your life? What would bring you joy? Once you put it out there and focus on it, the second step is to let go and have fun with it. Trust that it will come to you in some form and believe that you are worthy of receiving it, even if you have to fake it till you make it like I did. When I graduated from pharmacy school, I never fit the mold. Pharmacists don't think outside the box much, and I always knew there was more. I started exploring holistic modalities, and eventually I started out slow with traditional approaches, but eventually I got into energy work and started getting certified in Reiki, pranic healing, light body, and more. But eventually I did find a balance between my holistic work and pharmacy. But it wasn't until I found a form of conscious breath work called soul breathing that really allowed me to do this and tap into my creator abilities more fully. So I want this to be experiential for you today. So I want you to be able to have a tool that you take home with you so you can cultivate your own creativity. So I'm going to start by walking you through a little visualization where you can start to jumpstart your creative process. So as I mentioned before, creating consciously starts with setting your intention. What is it that you desire? What do you want? It could be something big or something small. It can be something really simple. Just think of something, anything. Your energy follows your awareness. So whatever you put your attention on, it's going to start to bubble up and bring it into form. And when you add the power of breath to your intention, the energy created with your breath starts to amplify it and bring it to you more easily. So just close your eyes, sit back in your chair, and allow the universe to hear your prayer. And just start to breathe easily. It doesn't matter how you do it at this point. Just breathe your regular way with your intention in mind. Become aware of your breath. Notice your breath as you inhale and as you exhale. Just let your breath flow. Place one hand on your belly. Your belly is below your navel, above your pubic bone, way down low, and feel it rise on the inhale and allow it to fall back on the exhale. Now take your other hand and place it on your heart, on your sternum bone, on your high heart. And ask your heart what it wants for itself today. What does it really desire? What would bring you joy? Keep your breath moving and allow your intention to bubble up from the heart into the mind's eye. And allow your intention to unfold. Turn on the movie camera and use all your senses to make your intention real. See it, taste it, touch it, hear it, imagine it, know it, smell it. If it's a relationship you're looking for, see the happy ending. If it's an object you desire, use it, feel it in your hands, move it around. Feel the color, density, the shape. And breathe. When you think you have it, turn off the movie camera and bring your intention back down into the heart. And now, feel the feeling as if you had it right now. Feel the joy, the excitement, the passion that you created that. And as you breathe, send a wave of gratitude to the universe for giving you exactly what you want and need. And be sure to let that gratitude come full circle back to you. Thanking you for everything you do in the world. Now breathe your eyes open, feel your feet on the floor, and just notice, how do you feel? Put a smile on your face and get excited, because the third step in manifesting our desire, after stating what you want and letting go of the outcome, is to feel the feeling. Act as if you already received it and feel the feeling. Time is a human construct, and we can literally go to the future, imagine that we have it, and start to bring that back into our reality. Because we feel it, we know it, we trust it, and we're divine creator beings. The universe doesn't understand English or German or Latin. It understands vibration. Vibration is just a frequency that can be measured in hertz or cycles per second. And everything is vibration. The walls are vibrating, the chairs are vibrating, this carpet is vibrating. Everything, when you get down to the subatomic level, is oscillating in the sea of space. Physicists tell us that you take all the matter in the universe and you put it in a ball, it'll simply be a pinpoint, the size of a pinpoint on the earth. So the universe is constantly contracting and expanding and moving in this space. So when you feel the passion and the excitement of your desire, and you feel the joy that you've had it, it sends that vibration out into that sea of vibration, and the universe will start to match it. And when we see and feel what is already happening in our future moment, we can start to bring it back to our present time moment. When you look back at your life, you can see how good of a creator you really are. And whether you like it or not, you start to realize you created it, you chose it. Now you might say, oh, I would never choose that, especially if you're in some form of disease or having some big drama in your life. But it's not the mind that guides your creations completely, it's the soul. And the soul has the ultimate say, as it doesn't care much about what you want. It knows what you need. So if your reality doesn't match up with your intention right away, or if it doesn't happen at all, consider that the soul may be setting things in motion, maybe moving things around in your life so that step by step by step, eventually your creation can be realized. But also remember that before you came here, you hired the actors, you hired the players, you hired your family and friends to help you learn and grow. And Earth is a school where you've come to learn your life's lessons. So it's a place where you can clear your karma, clear the traumas that bleed through from one lifetime into the next. And your soul family and friends promise they would show up at the perfect time to hold your feet to the fire if you haven't learned a certain lesson. Your worst enemies in this lifetime are likely your best friends on the other side of the veil. So what gets in the way of our vibration and manifesting what we want in our reality? Past life traumas, old emotional patterns, as well as doubt and limiting beliefs can all affect our ability to create. We hold patterns in our electromagnetic field, and that affects our overall vibration. These lower, slower vibrations attract a similar vibration that we send out, and the similar frequency comes back to you. So we have to figure out how to get past this and clear our stuck patterns so we can permanently raise our vibration. So there are many ways to raise your frequency. We can eat high vibrational foods, drink more water, we can exercise, we can move our bodies, we can laugh, we can get out in nature, we can take an Epsom salt bath, we can use essential oils, flower essences, do yoga, meditation, and Tai Chi. They can all help raise your frequency, but a lot of times it's only temporary. So how do we make our vibration raise permanently? You guessed it, we breathe. Soul breathing works on a level of vibration. Vibration is the key. As we take in more oxygen, we become more energized, have more vitality, and we vibrate a little higher. Breath helps us detox, and it moves our lymph, so we vibrate a little higher. But most importantly, breath can clear old emotional patterns and traumas that are deep within ourselves. And we can release these stuck emotions permanently, and we start to vibrate from a higher place. So what is emotion? Emotion is just energy. It's energy in motion. And when it stops moving, it gets trapped in our body and it lowers our vibration. The magnetics of the earth is what holds our emotions and traumas in our bioelectromagnetic field. And the overall frequency of the earth, known as the Schumann resonance, is starting to rise. And the magnetics of the planet are starting to fall. So it's actually easier now than ever before to release our stuck emotional patterns. In fact, it's not really an option. It's required if you want to stay here. As the earth rises in frequency, we can no longer hold on to our old patterns. And whether we like it or not, our lower emotions, our older stuck emotions are coming up to be released. And this can help us understand some of the chaos that's going on in the world today. And it also helps us realize that it's better and most likely easier to clear our emotions consciously rather than letting them be triggered and come out sideways. When you breathe, you can clear your stuck patterns with ease and raise your vibration permanently. It's a key that can unlock the door to your creative potential. Breath is spirit. It's a movement of spirit in and through your body. It's the connection from your physical body to your soul. It's one of the most useful tools you have for your overall health and well-being. When we have our noses and the air is free, your breath can help you create. Soul breathing is a connected, conscious, diaphragmatic breathing process that helps us release, align, get our creative juices flowing, lower slower vibrating patterns of frustration, anger, guilt, shame, abandonment, resentment, you name it, can easily be released. We align with Source and feel our divine connection. Our soul anchors more fully into the physical body, and we start to live from the soul level. As we vibrate from this higher place, we feel lighter in our bodies, we have more energy, we get healthier, and our creative abilities expand. So let's clear some old patterns with the breath. So before we start, take your hand and place it on your belly, below your navel, way down low, and just first take a breath in. And let it go. And notice if you can feel your belly moving. It should be going out on the inhale, filling up like a big balloon. Take another breath in. And let it go. If you can't feel your belly moving, you may want to take your fingers and place them up underneath your ribs. And that's where your diaphragm lives. If you take a breath in with your fingers up underneath your ribs, you should feel your fingers being pressed down and out with the use of your diaphragm properly. As you fill up, the diaphragm goes down and your fingers just start to kind of be pushed out. If you don't feel your belly moving or your diaphragm moving, see me afterwards. I'll give you some tips. You may be a backwards breather, and if you breathe backwards, it's important to get that turned around. So I'm going to play some music because that's going to help keep you going with your breath. So get comfortable. Uncross your legs, and you may want to sit back in your chair a little bit so your diaphragm has more freedom to move. Close your eyes as we get started here and place one hand on your belly. Take small breaths in and just let it go. As you place your hand in the belly, feel the belly rise on the inhale and fall back on the exhale. I call on spirit, I call on the I am presence of each person I ask that we manifest and embody the performance and the effect of the perfect breathing session. Perfect remembrance, perfect integration, perfect alignment with the divine presences, and perfect acceptance of all good now. I claim it for each person under light and grace, and I give thanks, and it is so. I call on the angelic forces of light and healing. I call on the overhead divas of healing. I call on my guides and teachers and everyone's guides and teachers, and I ask for your guidance, assistance, and support for the perfect breathing session. Taking a big inhale, breathing all the way up into the chest. It's a full body breath. Now we're going to connect to the breath. We're just going to let go on the exhale. The exhale is going to allow the right amount of air to come out. And then we're going to breathe in again. Breath, consciously connecting our breath. It can be helpful to breathe in and out through the mouth. It allows more oxygen, more prana, more life force to come into your body, in through the breath, creating that vibration, creating that frequency that's going to clear the stuck patterns. Breathing in, letting go. The exhale is short, it's relaxed, it's passive. It takes about 1 or 2 seconds. And then we'll connect. Inhale to exhale, exhale to inhale. Continuously breathing in your spirit, your connection to source, in and through the body. It's not fast breathing, it's deep, full, connected, conscious breathing. Keeping your breath going. I bring in a pillar of light connected to source, all the way down through the center of this space, down into the core of the earth, anchoring it into the core of the mother, grounding it in, grounding, 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 grounding it in. Now creating a vortex around this pillar of light, and allow it to expand and encompass this whole space, this whole property, grounding it in, grounding it in, grounding, grounding, grounding. Now activate, activate, activate. Increasing the vibration of the space. We're moving up the vibration to the next vibrational platform. Or we form this beautiful group energy as we connect all of our hearts. Keep your breath moving. Remember your intention, or you maybe want to create a new one. Just allow that intention to bubble up through your field, sending it out into the ethers. And I call on the energies of the solar eclipse that we just went through, allowing it to shed light on any of the old patterns in your field, blocking the way for your intention to be received and come back to you. Just keep the breath moving. As we increase our vibration, we start to clear. Clearing, clearing, clearing. Clearing, clearing, clearing. Clearing, clearing, clearing. Keep the breath moving and bring this vibration, your field, and this space up to the next vibrational platform. From this new vibration, the light's coming in stronger, exposing the dust bunnies in the corners of your field. Let's clear them together, and I want you to take a deep breath in and hold your breath and start moving and shaking the body, holding your breath. Move the body, hold your breath. Wiggle and shake, flail. Move those traumas out of the body. Move everything in the body, clearing, clearing, clearing. When you have to let go, start breathing deeply again. Do the soul breathing breath, a full breath in, and then just let it go. The right amount of air will come out, and connecting the breath, making that circular breath to keep your vibration high, allowing your field to become more clear. Keeping the breath moving. I want you to remember a time when you felt ignored, Maybe you're a young child and you didn't get the love that you needed. Maybe you were in a past life and nobody paid attention to you and you were very lonely. I just want you to remember this time and start to bring it up, start to feel it. We all have something like this. And as it starts to bubble up, just feel the heart break open. Feel your need for support, for somebody to listen and pay attention to you. And as this trauma starts to come up to be released, I want everybody to sing a note on O and move the body again. Oh, really wiggle and shake. Stomp your feet. Oh, now breathe. Right away, go back to the breath. Don't catch your breath. Ride the wave of the breath. I love to breathe. It's easy to breathe. Take that hand that's down by your belly and push in a little bit on the exhale. And just feel if there's any tension. It's safe for me to be a soul in form. It's safe for me to feel supported and loved in this earth plane. Just feel your belly rise and fall with the power of your breath, and feel the safety there. I'm always safe. I'm always protected. I have an important job to do here on this earth, to keep your breath moving and feel the support. Feel your root chakra at the base of your spine starting to open up and take in the vibrations of the earth. Open the soles of your feet and just breathe them up into you, allowing that grounding energy to allow you to be a soul in form, loving this vehicle, this body, this soul that houses your soul. I love to breathe. And as I breathe fully, I live my life fully. So keep the breath moving. And let's go a little deeper now that you have the pattern. Just take a little deeper breath in, maybe fill up a little bit faster. And take your hands and put it right in your solar plexus area, just one, some of your fingers. And as you push in, just let the breath expand past your fingers, past your hand. It's safe to trust. If it's tender, push in a little more on the exhale. It's safe for me to trust the breath. It's safe for me to trust my life. I don't have to fix anything. I don't have to control anything. Things are perfect just the way they are. Keep the breath moving. Increasing the vibration of the vortex again and connecting our hearts, high heart to physical heart, connecting, 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 connected. Now, imagine your little me, your mini me going inside your heart. And your heart is closed down with armor from many lifetimes and many experiences on this earth plane. And let that little boy or girl start pushing to expand your heart. Just feel the heart growing bigger. Feel more light coming up into the heart. And take your fingers and place them on your sternum, on either side of the sternum bones. And just allow one of your fingers to kind of push into the little spaces between your ribs. And we're going to open the trauma of the heart. We're going to clear the trauma that we store in our heart with the pressure of our fingers and with our breath. So keep the breath moving. In the background, that little girl or that little boy is still pushing to open up the heart and to start to feel your heart break open. Allow your heart to feel your creative nature and allow new insights to start to flow in. And our hands are extensions of our heart. So let's move the body's shadow box, punch the sky, and really tone on the sound of the heart. And move that heart around to open it, to break it open. Move and shake, wiggle the neck, move the head. And breathe right away back to the breath. Finding the perfect rhythm of the breath that's just right for you. Increasing the vibration now of our vortex to the next vibrational platform where we can really feel the tenderness in our heart. And allow your mind to start to remember your intention. And allow the heart waves to start to send your intention out into the ethers. Allowing the universe to hear your vibration, hear your prayer, and start to line things up to bring it back to you. Just keep your breath going. You may feel lightheaded. You may feel a vibration running through your body. It's opening up your meridians, your chakras, your life force. It's bringing more of that divinity, your soul essence into you. Just allow it to fill you up. And feel what you need to feel. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the safety, the courage that comes with asking for what you want and need. Just start to breathe those vibrations back down into you. And as you get to this place, remember a time when you were oppressed. Remember a past life where you were an amazing healer or philosopher or creative artist or musician, and something happened to you and you were betrayed. Something happened to you that squashed your creative abilities. And remember this time and allow it to really bubble up in your field. And I want to clear it through the throat chakra. So move your head and your neck and your whole body and tone on I. Ready, go. I. Move your neck, move your head, move your shoulders. And breathe. Feeling the vibration increasing the vibration in our vortex, increasing. I call on Lord Purist to send in the teams to clear each person's time stamps when you left your body too early, clearing those times when you were oppressed, beheaded, hung, burnt at the stake, stoned, drowned, all those feelings. It's safe to feel those difficult feelings as you left your body too early as you were oppressed. Just feel it now and release it, clearing. You can imagine a big log with big rings flowing into the center, clearing those time stamps now, clearing. Move the body one last time and tone on the sound of the heart. Now breathe. Feel the heart expand. Feel the heart break open in love. And just breathe a little bit easier now, allowing your breath to breathe you. I call on Spirit, I call on the I am presence of each person, and I ask that each person receive a clear, powerful signal of connection at this time. Perfect remembrance, perfect integration, perfect alignment with the divine presences, and perfect alignment with your higher self and soul, giving you insight into your soul's purpose. And I call on angelic forces of light and healing. I call on the various angles of each person's multidimensional self. And I ask that you receive whatever guidance, awarenesses, and gifts you're to receive at this time on your journey back to the heart of God. Just feeling your heart open in joy. Feel the gratitude for your intention just coming in, showing up like magic. Feel the gratitude for the divinity, that spark in your heart center, now open, free, to be received by all. And then we lower the vibration of our space just back down to the earth plane, still holding your individual vibrations high. And from this space, send a beam of light down through the floor, down through the basement of this building, into the rock, the gravel, the clay, the sand. Allow it to go into the Middle Earth. And see the water table. Just allow yourself to slide down that pillar of light and be purified with the crystalline nature of the water. As you come out, you continue down that spiral of light going into the deep core of the mother. And feel the support, the love, the nurturing, nourishment that comes through the mother back up into you. Breathe in the rose gold ray. And let it go where it needs to go in your body, opening up your spaces. And from your heart, send a beam of light up to source. Go through your crown, out through the roof of this building, into the Milky Way, through our central sun, through a tunnel of suns, through the multiverse. You come to the biggest, most shimmering void of everything, yet no thing. And feel your connection there. Breathe back to you the protection, the guidance, the unconditional love that comes from Source. Breathe it back into the heart and allow it to meet up with the love from the mother. And as you take a breath in, let it go with a sigh. Make a sound. Big breath in. Let it go with a sigh. Make a sound. Feel that shimmering wave of energy you've become. Feel and see your intention more clearly. And when you're ready, just feel yourself sitting in the chair, coming back into your body. Breathe your eyes open, awake and alert. And just notice how you feel. Begin to move your body a little bit. Just feel your body. You may stretch, ungulate, tap your feet, tap on your body. Anchor the spiritual energy created because of your breath into the body. And as you're coming back, I want to close with something I learned from an amazing high vibe, humble and enlightened soul from Arkansas, Dr. Dan Matthews. We just finished a retreat together in Arkansas, and he talks about something that I just love called the divine decree. And there are 3 parts to this process. When you state your intention, you have to decree it, command it. But for a divine decree to be granted, it has to have 3 qualities or 3 components. First, it has to glorify the divine and the holy order of life. And then it has to benefit you and everyone else around you. And third, it has to promote positive feelings into life. And there are 72 positive, love, kind, joyous feelings available to us. And once these 3 components are satisfied, the decree has to be granted. And your decree doesn't have to be some big, gigantic thing. When we won our house for $1, I essentially decreed it, and I must have qualified. We saved the house from falling apart. It glorified the divine and holy order. It benefited us by giving us a place to live and a project to accomplish, but it also benefited the neighborhood, and everyone around us loved it. And finally, it brought joy, satisfaction, and positive feelings into our lives as we restored it and lived there. So, in closing, remember to state your intention and create consciously. It's your birthright. Check in with your desires and see if it meets the 3 qualities of the divine decree. And as you start living your life in service, you will help create the new earth. So remember to breathe. We need each and every one of you to raise your frequency and get clear so that you can shine your light and bring your gifts into the world. And as you embrace your creativity and trust in your gifts, we'll see the change we want to see in the world. And as old systems fall away, new ones will come online. And together we can create the new earth. What's going on right now is historical and unprecedented. And I'm so grateful to be here at this amazing time. Thank you. If you have any questions, we can take them, but otherwise, I think you got to do your offering and stuff, right?
Terri, would you just please state that divine, the 3 things
Sure.
about?
Let me do my paper just so I don't leave any out. All right, so to recruit from the divine, a decree has to have 3 qualities. It has to glorify the divine and the holy order of life. It has to benefit you and everyone else around you, or some people around you. And 3, it has to promote positive feelings into life. And there's a chart that actually shows the 72 positive feelings. If you sign up on my email list, I can send it to you. But when we promote those positive feelings into life, that's what the universe is going to read. It's going to register that vibration and start to bring our decree back to us.
So Terri, you mentioned backwards breathing. Can you just quickly explain
Sure.
what that means?
So when you breathe backwards, your body's designed to breathe in the belly. And when you breathe in the belly, the breath actually flows all the way up to your chest. It's a full body breath. When we breathe backwards, the diaphragm is not working properly. We breathe 24,000 times a day. And as the diaphragm works properly, it pushes on all your soft tissue organs, and your belly should rise. But when you breathe backwards, you almost suck it in. Sometimes your diaphragm moves upward, and you breathe way more deeply into the chest. And that breathing is hardwired into everybody's DNA for fight or flight. And it's good sometimes because it helps you get out of the way of the bus in the middle of Hennepin Avenue. But if you breathe that way all the time, it's devitalizing for the body. And it can actually trigger Your body produces the same chemicals, it produces the same hormones as if it was in fight or flight all the time. And it starts to affect your health, it starts to affect your body, especially your lower part of your body, because it's like you're cutting yourself off down here. We have to be in our bodies to do the miracles that we came here to do. And a lot of people that are spiritual, you know, it's so much easier to be up here and feel those high vibrations of our soul, and it's kind of dense down here in our bodies. But enlightenment's not up and out, it's down and in. And we're being called to bring our soul more fully into the body so we can be the best we can be.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow. Any other questions?
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Well, that was great. One thing I'm going to take away today, you mentioned emotion is energy in motion, and I guess I never thought about it that way, but that's awesome. And then the other epiphany I had this morning at the 9 a.m., we did some tones, and then guess what? Terri was having us do tones, so I'm always amazed at the synchronicity. All right, so thank you. All right, so now is the time we talk about giving, creative giving. So Lake Harriet Spiritual Community is solely funded by everybody's generous donations. We don't have any other source of income, and it's totally volunteer organization as well. So your donations help keep the lights on, keep the heat on, pay for insurance, pay for maintenance, and all of that. And we try to do a good job of being good stewards of the income that we receive and keeping the expenses down, etc. But if you, the ushers will be passing the baskets in just a moment. So give what you can. If you can't give anything today, consider becoming a regular donator through our PayPal site. So if you go to our Lake Harriet Spiritual Community.org website, there's a button that you could click to start your monthly donations. That'll help too when we've got some steady income coming in. It's easier to do the budgeting. So thank you for being here. Thank you for participating. And thank you for giving.
These days I know it gets hard. We can be exposed to so much dark every minute. Oh, but trust me when I say there's a light, and there's a love, and there's a way. So if your world gets heavy and your fire burns low, your road gets rough and your heart runs cold, just let it breathe like the wind through the trees. Let it flow with ease like an ocean breeze. Take it all in and let it all out. Take it all in. Yeah, let it all out.
You can't see, but Gary's dancing up there.
Sometimes I know it gets tough. You lie in bed at night wondering if you're enough. Well, trust me now when I say you are. But no matter what, this life at times will break you apart. So if your world gets heavy and your fire burns low, your road gets rough and your heart runs cold, just let it breathe like the wind through the trees. Let it flow with ease like an ocean breeze. Take it all in. Let it all out. Take it all in. Let it all out. So if your day gets crazy, don't think there's nothing that you can do. Yeah, when your day gets crazy, just find that calm within you and let it breathe like the wind through the trees. Let it flow with ease like an ocean breeze. Take it all in. Let it all out. Take it all in. Let it all out.
Thanks, Gary. That was a perfect song. All right, so if you'll join me in blessing the offering, repeat after me. God's perfect love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And so it is. Aho. All right, so there's just, our tradition is to circle up, and we'll try and do a small circle. So I'm wondering if we could just, that's what I was thinking, either up on the stage or just right in here. So if you will join us on stage, we'll have a small circle, and Terri will lead us in a closing. So John, we're coming up here. Mm-hmm. Oh, some will be up and some will be down? Okay. All right, let me. And that breath work works because I usually can't do those steps without a lot of pain in my knees.